Hey everybody, this is going to be the last video of the first set of 5, and what this is just a quick look at some other functions and then a wrap up. So we've got these 3 functions which you might find handy. The first one is rounding, which rounds a number to a particular decimal place. This is absolute value, which tells you how far a number is away from 0. And then we have power, which is going to be power of, which is just another way to do exponents, we saw with the operators. Okay, so let's take a look at this and we'll see if we can try to figure out what these do. So this first one, print round 5.6. Now, you're already familiar with the int function, which will always cut off the decimal and give you a whole number. In this case, it actually is going to round the number for you. So if you come over and you type round 5.6 or something similar, what you're going to end up with is 6. And if you put 5.5, you're going to end up with 6 again. So it's following those same rules of rounding that you learned in school. Okay, it's just going to round to the nearest number, and if it's at the 5.5 or any midway point, it's going to round it up for you. This is a little different though. We've got a decimal here. Decimal play up to whatever this is, 100 thousandths or something. And we've got a 4 here. So let's go ahead and do something similar. Let's just bring this out. Let's throw some numbers after the decimal place. And let's put 4. And what you're going to see is it rounds it to the 4th decimal value. So you get 4 digits after the decimal. So this here is the number after the decimal. And if we do something like this, it's still going to give you the 4. Just going to make sure that the 0 here. Notice I didn't put the 0 and it still worked. You don't actually need a 0 if you have a number less than 1. You just need the decimal. Okay. All right. We've got absolute value, and if you are familiar with absolute value, all that is doing is just telling you how far a number is away from 0, or if you want to look at it another way, if it has a negative, it makes it positive. Okay. We've got power, so it's 2 to the power of 3. We've got 5 mod 2, which I hope you know by now is going to be 1. And 16 floor division 3, which is 3 goes into 16 5 times. And so we just get the 5 back. Remember, the modulus takes care of the remainder for us. And power, minimum 1, 1 and 2, and 4. So this is coming back to the function inside of function stuff we've seen already. If we're going to remember order of operations, do the inside first. The minimum number is 1, so we're left with 1. Then we have power. 1 to the power of 4 is 4. And then print 4 out to the screen. So if I do something similar here, and I look at power of minimum 2 and 3, let's change it up just a bit. And let's do 4. What you're going to get here is you're going to get the minimum of this is 2. 2 to the power of 4 is 16. Okay. So it's kind of it's just kind of doing it from the inside out, like we've talked about, order of operations. All right, so basically in these first 5, we learned how to call functions in Python just by writing their name and then the parentheses. We learned some of the basic Python operators, plus, minus, multiplication, division, modulus, floor division, and also the exponent, which I haven't put in here. We learned how to print information to the screen using the print function, and we use the other functions, absolute value, power, min, max, int, and float. Okay, and also round. So, okay. All right. Thanks for watching, and the next set we're gonna jump into variables and how to use those.